adjust a few things. I'm gonna be working on the floor with this. Just gotta get low. I would definitely like to have a camera on my head. That would be perfect for this. Alas, we don't have such things. This base, she come to me in bad shape. It didn't look so bad at first until I got to really looking at it, you know. Um, Here, let me grab this. Here's the headstock. Nice and beautiful headstock. Missing a key, I did notice that. That's not good. Um, but what we can probably do is buy a key or, make something up. It won't be too bad. It won't be pretty, but it won't be useless. Um, it looks like this had already been repaired once. Oh, strings. These strings, they grab on everything. Yeah, whoever stringed this bass, they strung it right. They knew what they were doing. Alright, so here's the other side. One of the major malfunctions of this bass, though, is the truss rod appears to be bent. This will not sandwich all the way together. You can see that right there. It doesn't wanna compress. Gonna have to clamp it really hard in order to get it right. I think somebody might over tighten the truss rod and that bent her up. Because the truss rod is supposed to pull the whole thing back. And what? Oh Jesus! I'm gonna knock my lantern over. So what you got is a flexible piece of metal, right, like that, and then you have a rigid screw on the back of it. And when you tighten down on the screw, it pulls that piece of metal back. And what I think happened is somebody tightened down that screw so much that it popped the fretboard off. So they tightened that truss rod, and they tightened it so much that it bent this piece of metal right here. So you can see that down in there. It's the carpet. This is the truss rod. And she's bent ever so slightly, just enough that the fretboard doesn't want to lay flat. So what I got going on right now, trying to get rid of the glue. If somebody tried to repair it, they glued it. There's one little glue spot right here. Here's another glue spot. And then after they were done gluing it, I think they had to have taken this to a professional shop, because who else would fill it in with fretboard colored paste? Because that's what that is. Because it must have still been separated. I was gonna try to take the fretboard off, but that baby's on there good. I don't I don't want to risk damaging it. We'll repair it this way. If this doesn't work, then we'll just have to start over and take the fretboard off. Luckily, this is not very sticky glue. What I'm gonna put on it, though, to replace it is not sponsored, and just picked up some Gorilla Wood, original wood glue, just regular old wood glue. And Gorilla has nothing to do with it. You can get the regular old wood glue. Works just as good as Gorilla. Alright. Why the hell is it in here too? They did not want the owner to see that gap, that's for damn sure. I mean, what can you really do after you've glued it together and the glue is set? You're not really going to be pulling it back apart. But clearly, it wasn't a very strong glue joint. There was only two glue spots. And I'm wondering, did they even use a clamp? God damn, that's some stubborn shit. Alright. Oh, we got one more. Damn. Yeah, see, I shouldn't go tangential to the grain because that can push the grain right off the side. It'll push off the side like that. So we want to, if we can, go inwards. There we go. I got that son of a bitch. Um, and the kind of edge you don't want a sharp edge for this kind of thing. You want um, a very flat edge. You want it sharply flat. Um, so it should have very sharp angles going this way and this way, like a box. Alright, nice. And then we'll take the sandpaper to it. Get a nice good surface area. We don't want to glue to glue. That's not good. It's no good. Alright, flip this over. Be careful I don't bend these strings. That would be bad. Alright. I'm sure we got a bunch of glue in here, maybe. Yeah. There's some garbage right there. Ebony. And look, they tried to tape it too. When I got it, there was tape all the way around it and around the strings too. I was like, why in the hell would anybody tape it like that? It's crazy. I mean, maybe they didn't want the headstock to fall off or something. I don't know. I thought it was wild. I was like, they weren't trying to play it like this, were they? I can't see. If you can't see. If you can see, I can see. Yeah, I'd really love to have a head camera. I would film every day if I had a head camera. Because I do all kinds of stuff that I don't film. But this is lots of things I do or might be once in a lifetime things. Because I don't fix bases every day. I'm just doing this as a favor to a buddy of mine. We go way back, him and I. Alright, hopefully I'm not digging into the ebony. That would suck. Now, one of the real issues here is when I'm scraping and sanding, what happens is dust will work its way down into this crack right here. Oh shit, it'll work its way down into this seam, and then it gets stuck in there, and then it makes it hard to close, so we gotta make sure that the dust and debris makes its way out of there and not deeper in. What is going on? QA stickers. And I have no idea. I don't have any compressed air up here. I should be using things like that, but alas, we don't have everything. What if I can get a screwdriver in there? Maybe that'll help. Not sharp end this way. Oh, yikes. That sounds like ass. It looks like I see some glue. Whose glue, I wonder? If I can get this whole fretboard off, I might just do that. Okay, so what do we got? Fucking can't see shit. Alright, that looks like a big old glue blob that I don't like. I don't like that glue. I don't know if y'all can see that glue blob in there. It's right there. Yeah. Wait a second. There's glue all down this fucking thing. Was this whole fretboard re-glued? I wonder if there's glue. Yeah, because it's not even on here. There's a ledge right there, first off. Jesus Christ. I hope this wasn't no professional that did this, because maybe it was a freebie. They were like, yeah, we can put your base back together. Let's see. No, both sides have edges, so I guess it's supposed to be like that. It's kind of whack. That must be a cheap base. Is that a crack? Dude, what did they do to this guitar? Now, because if I can get the whole fretboard off, I can probably bend the truss rod back to its proper position. But, yeah, what's going on here? That's what came out of it. It is like a piece of paper or something. What? Papery glue. Gluey paper. I see. The ebony is cracking, so I mean, it's not cracking, but it's splintering. So this is going to be the end of that. I'll get what I can out of here. Oh, it's doing it again. That is way not okay. What the fuck? Wow. Alright. I have another little piece to get. Try to grab it. Here, let's take the sandpaper. Use the sandpaper. Oh, that's what that was. And it's my sandpaper got caught up in it. Alright, well, glad we got that out. ebony, ivory. Yeah, it does not want to clamp down because there is now a splinter in it. Motherfucker. Whoops. Forgot you can't cuss on YouTube anymore. What is going on there? There is glue all down the bar. I don't think that the bar is supposed to be glued. Probably doesn't matter really. Yeah, that's whack. This a fucking shit starting to crack. So that ends me attempting to take this fretboard off. When I clamp this together, I'm gonna have to use a piece of wood, I think. Let's see, yeah. Piece of wood and a towel and another piece of wood. Oh man, I didn't think about that. Some rubber or something. It's rocking. It's rocking around that fucking bar. This bar is so bent. Wow. Is that a lump? Is that lumpy? It's a lumpy bar? So you got some shaving to do here. A little blue spot. Old crappy glue over here too, I think. Turn my turkey inside out. Told your mama to scream and shout. What? Delicious. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. glue free enough for me. See what we got going on here. This is where the nut sits. Take some alcohol and a towel and get this glue off of it. Now this part, really gonna have to make sure it gets clamped good and hard, because you don't want your hand to get caught on that. Definitely have to go on a clamp hunting spree to find enough clamps to clamp it. Clamp, clamp, clamp. Yep, the glue up is the scary part. It's the scary hard part. Wants to slip and slide on you. And you gotta make sure you wipe up all the glue. You gotta have access to the edges so you can wipe the glue up. Alright. Beautiful. Wow, that's terrible. This is not gonna be good. I'm gonna need some rubber mats, some hard rubber mats. This thing has to be clamped down with like 1,000,000 pounds of force. Alright. Oh, fuck. Everything about this thing is just bent. Even this piece of wood is like, it's not at the right angle. Hardly. Holy smokes. That's just perfect, ain't it? Damn. It's almost hopeless. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot wrong with this when it's all said and done. But you know, it's better than the duct tape over the strings. I'm hoping that I can squeeze that truss rod back in there, but yeah, it might have a bit of a curve in there. Yeah, I didn't sand away that much, but we can't have any old glue. There's I don't know if you can see that. There's a bent truss rod in there. That's the issue. Somebody over tightened it and it cracked the whole headstock off. And I think they left it like that for quite a while because everything was bent, even this. Like, I definitely did not sand all that off. That's a lot of room. It's a lot of space. Yeah, it's not getting that much work done to it. I can assure you that. It's a cheap base. And my buddy wants it sooner rather than later. Got a whole another bass he could play, but he wants this one. So, and the fretboard won't pull off either because it's starting to crack. Try to try to clamshell this cut right here a little bit, so maybe in the hopes that it'll sit flatter. Yeah, it's been a weird day for guitars. I've for some reason been getting um, shorts of people doing guitar work, and then my buddy's like, "Oh, I've been really missing my bass. You know, what's the word on my bass?" I'm like, "Oh, well, let me get out the sandpaper." But yeah, I wish I had the tools to do all that. I love doing that. But right now, I just trying to make pedals, weird esoteric uh, tube pedals, like tube overdrive, tube fuzz, uh, some maybe weird echo thing. Uh, who knows? I don't think it'll ever bring in the money though. But I want to try and neon too. I like glass blowing, making gas tubes. Can't say that's any better. Let's see, I wonder if this is a flat surface. How flat is this? That's flat. That is. Well, is it actually? No, it's not flat. What happened? Alright, well. Maybe I can sand that radius out of it. Speaking of radii. So I have most of my pressure around here. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's how we learn though. My first guitar, I tried redoing the frets with the stone board. The frets are completely fucking flat. It's like, damn, I shouldn't have touched it. But it still plays. The first work I ever did on a guitar, though, was I cut the wings off of it. I thought that was funny, and then I found out really quick that the wood is really thin underneath the pickups. I was like, oh, that's a lot of tension on that thin piece of wood. And then my stepdad came out and got pissed because I was using the grinder to cut wood. Loved it. It was funny. And then my buddy, for some reason, wanted to buy it from me. I was like, yeah, sure. He thought it was cool. The wingless guitar. Damn, that's not any better. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting very far with the sandpaper. But that's kind of a good thing because I was never supposed to take off too much. Hmm. Focus. So that's what we're dealing with. Doesn't look too bad. But it's bad enough. I think we could probably put enough pressure on it. I just put stainless steel frets on, but oh yeah. Oh my goodness, I love stainless steel frets. I will take it. Let me clean up these edges. old t-shirt. Damn. Glue. Duct tape. I'd use acetone, but I don't want to take the finish off. I don't know, is there even a finish on this, or is it just sanded and oiled? I think it's just sanded and oiled. Which is nice, I like that. Is that glue? There's glue, I'm scratching it off. That is glue. Damn, what kind of fucking glue is this? It's hard as a rock. I might be better off leaving it alone. Looks ugly as shit though. I don't want to put it back together and then people see this glue mark and they'll be like, oh, that's he just gets glue everywhere, huh? They don't know it's from the last person that worked on it, right? That's why people don't like working on other people's stuff or projects that other people have messed up, because now they become responsible for what the last person did. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, especially since I don't have all the tools. The scraper's working way better than I intended, though. It's not leaving any screwed up marks or anything. But I think it's just because this doesn't really have a finish like saying. If I had some ultrafine sandpaper, I'd use that. Once this is done, I might actually go ahead and give it a polish with some steel wool or something. Oh, man. These strings make me nervous. If I bend one. Kind of tied them in a loop. Oh, wow, that fretboard's beautiful. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would have been a significant high spot right there. This phone screen is covered in dust. Dust and sunlight. I can't see it. Oh man, I love the fact that I'm getting this tape goob off right now. This stuff has been bugging the shit out of me. It's all the way down here for why? Why did they do this? Why would somebody fucking duct tape their bass guitar? Beautiful. Almost glue time. I'm gonna have to probably end the stream, go look for clamps, and then come back. Yeah, they must clearly use two pieces of wood and glue them together. I guess it's easier. It's a good thing it's a nice clean break. That's for sure. If anything, having it in two pieces really ensures that if somebody does screw up, that there's a nice easy place that it can fail, and that way it can be repaired. But I doubt that was the intention. This is a really cheap guitar. think that might be satisfactory. Alright, I like it. Put that on to the side and check out what's going on here. That is still quite significant. Alright. Ebony's kind of red. I wonder if they dye it. Slick back. Yeah, it definitely makes it easier unless some asshat bent the damn truss rod. But it happens, when you're first starting with the guitar or with the bass or whatever, you don't understand what the fucking truss rod's doing. It's a lack of teaching. A lot of people don't understand lefty loosey righty tighty either. Okay, something is lumpy in there. You can see it right there. Some kind of lump. And it's on the truss rod. Damn it! Screwdriver. I think that's just the covering that they use for the truss rod. I guess that covering is important because it keeps the glue from sticking to the truss rod, because the truss rod has to be flexible inside the thing. Son of it. I knocked over my lantern and I think the mantle fell off of it. What the hell? Potency hell. Where's my lighter? Here it is. This is how you light these lanterns. If anyone's curious, you turn it on. I mean your lighter. There's a hole right there. Curiously, when it's hot, it doesn't really work. It usually only works like that when it's cold. Probably because it's so hot, the gas rises too quick and never makes it down here. So usually, when that happens, you have to light it from up here, and that's kind of scary. But that works too. I'll show you that. Turn it back on. Oh, damn. It's hard to turn on with one hand. I love these lanterns, man. They're awesome. I like the pump up ones better though, because you can put almost anything in them. These things get bright too. They put out a lot of heat. I use it for supplemental heat in my bedroom. Works really good. The only problem is, you know, thankfully these canisters are only so big because if your room doesn't move air good enough, you'll suffocate from CO2. It doesn't make carbon monoxide, a lot of it, but it pumps out a lot of CO2 and it burns a lot of oxygen. Um, you know, people have propane fireplaces, and a lot of them don't even have a damn chimney on them or anything, or a flue or nothing like that. They're just in there, and I'm like, has anybody had a propane fireplace and it gets really like kind of stuffy and you get tired just because of the CO2? Okay, so I'm gonna go find clamps for this bad boy, clamps and whatnot, and I will come back to the stream. We'll have a part two of this guy. Do a glue up. Anyway, later. Thanks for coming to my stream. Appreciate y'all.